sure, but I do know that most of them, or I felt that most of them expected that success in the classroom to continue. So then I began delivering this course, and the other teachers began delivering IB Bio, whatever, Langlet, whatever it might be. And it's a lot. They're beginners, and they're tasked with learning new skills as beginners. And oftentimes in that first semester of IB study, they struggle. Marks tend to go down in that first semester. And for some, that can be a moment where they question themselves. It's a moment that almost requires change, where somebody has to arrive at the understanding that my old habits don't quite cut it here, and I'm going to have to develop new habits to deal with this challenge that's hard for any of us to do. And then they kind of have to come to realize there's nothing else I can do but buckle down and spend the time and energy that it's going to take to reasonably expect success here. That's the end of my tangent, and I return then to the original question. And in that moment, in the face of markets teaching quick ease and comfort, which as an aside, I'm going to acknowledge as part of our psychology as cognitive advisors, how do I, as an educator, sell goal setting? How do I sell goal setting? And then all the struggle and all the discomfort that comes with it. Now I'm going to, there are no easy solutions or one-word answers, but in this case, I'm going to just, provide a one-word answer, just for the purpose of illustrating the point. There are more answers. Confidence. Over time, I noticed that in the classroom, in sports, or in my own experience, I noticed that when young people learn where confidence comes from, and then how to generate it independently, it can be addicting. And it can be even more so alluring than whatever markets are offering. But that begets another question. All good questions lead to other questions, which is, well, then how do people learn how to generate confidence independently? In response to this, I can only speak experientially. The only way I know how to achieve real meaningful confidence is through, oh boy, here you go, strategic planning and consistent practice of the planning that I've done, even if the planning doesn't work out on the first attempt. And then to do that requires a certain mindset. There's one other element in that equation, and I believe that's something called success. Because if one invests in all that practice and planning, then at a certain point you need to apply it and see if that plan worked out. And hopefully, if you have some measure of success and you feel it, you're going to reinvest in yourself. So that's really it. That's what I came to realize through the challenge of IB, through these nutty little 8th graders that were before me. I came to realize that my role as an educator is to provide opportunities for confidence and success. So I began to apply it back in that 8th grade class and then in my IB classes. I began to consistently talk about the mindset and emotional intelligence required for planning and confidence. I started talking about internal dialogues and figuring out, what our internal dialogues are trying to tell us. I changed my methods of instruction and started compartmentalizing difficult assessments in directions where I was pretty confident that students could achieve success. And just think about how we did our IA and how that was broken down. Sure, content and skills always are important, but they now became secondary, basically the tools that I use to teach confidence and success. It's hard to quantify, but guess what? I noticed some students were buying. Some were completely buying, which for me was very satisfying. And then I noticed some of them were buying some of the time, which for me is still extremely satisfying. And then I noticed some weren't buying, and some preferred the short-term temptations. But I saw a real appreciation for the methodology of members of that 8th grade class began spitting my lines back at me, so I knew they heard me. And for those that weren't buying, all I could think was, well, all I can do is lead a horse to water, and really, that's okay. Maybe they'll drink the water another day. That's okay, and that's satisfying as well. Which returns me rightfully to the subject of the graduates here on the stage. Perhaps more so than with other classes, I'm extremely satisfied with your confidence and your success. I know the people on the stage in front of you, and I know partly how they struggled and worked for all of that confidence and success. I'm satisfied because each and every one of them knows what I'm talking about right now. At many points along the way, over these last 2 years, there were these moments, these critical moments. They probably appeared late at night when you were all alone and you had to choose between that bumpy, uncertain road of strategic practice and planning or the tempting ease offered by the markets, and dare I say our own psychology. And each of you chose the road less traveled. Some of you more than others. Sure, yeah, some applied more than others, but that's all relative, really, because in the end, each of you were at that crossroads. You know the character of that crossroads, and you had to choose, right? Which led you here today, on this stage, in front of all your friends and family, leaving this school for the very last time. High school graduation is a big deal. And so from me to you, congratulations to the NEISR class or NACER class of 2023. It was really well done and well played. So while you're here, take a moment to feel the moment, if you will. And as time moves on, your mind may wander back to these days at NACER. It is a very good place after all. And when that happens, remember what you learned and what you had to learn here. And be grateful for that and all those people who cared along the way. And then return the favor. Set goals, big ones, little ones. Then be confident. And then really earn it. Do the mental preparation and physical practice to get there. Accept the struggle and take the time to feel the success that you have. Appreciate that feeling, especially the little successes, the small 1% successes at improving at something over time, or even the successes of when you take one step forward, and one step backward, you get knocked down, and you take 2 steps forward. Those are the successes to cherish. And then, in conclusion, in this mindset, you may begin to understand yourself much more than you ever thought possible. And it's really a healthy space and place to be in. And as the final thesis statement for the speech, I would argue it's something that markets can never give you. Just the planning and the practice can. And so I hope you take that message with you and spread it to other people and help others grow as you have. And then that's it from me. And I'm going to hand it over to Ms. Deng, but I will take this moment to say, ladies and gentlemen, these are outstanding people in front of you, and they're set to embark on new journeys. And so I present to you the class of 2023, and I ask you to join me in giving them a loud round of applause for their accomplishment and who they are.
Welcome everyone to Class 2023's graduation ceremony. I am honored to be your graduation speaker as well. Just as Mr. Gooding, I would like to first congratulate our seniors in completing their high school education. The last 2 years of high school is difficult for everyone, whether you're in the IB curriculum or high school path. So give yourself a round of applause for your achievement thus far. At the end of the day today, you will enter a new phase of your life, where you will experience firsthand what an adult life is all about. All this time, you've been hearing about us adulting it. It's going to be so great for you guys. In today's speech, I would like to point out 2 characteristics that I've seen in this class that can benefit you all as you move on with your life. First, persistence. Unfortunately, life is not always flowers and sunshine. It can be difficult at times, just like IB curriculum can be difficult at times. This difficulty is not in reference to the curriculum content, but just the sheer workload and demand of the curriculum requires from the students. Sometimes the only way you can go through such difficult times is just to grit your teeth and be persistent. Like the time when Ashley told me that she didn't know the day of the week anymore. She just knew that there were 5 days per week that she needs to go to school, and 2 days a week where she can take a little rest and complete all the unfinished work. She doesn't know Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, meaningless words. She just kept going and made sure all her work is handed in on time. Or even faced with incredible amount of stress and anxiety, Lena and Daphne just kept going and going and going like the Energizer Bunnies. And make big improvements. I can honestly say that both Ms. Van Tonder and me are super proud of you guys, what you guys have achieved in the last 2 years. Or the countless times I've seen Sol and Kat not taking a rest when they really should, because there are assignments due or tests coming up. Kat is always asking for practice problems. There's only so much practice problem I have. And Sol, I don't know how much work you put in it, but Miss Tammy is super impressed at how much you have improved in English. Ruben, you did not have the easiest start at this school year, being hit pretty hard by COVID on top of a super demanding semester, but you still completed all the required schoolwork and you came to school whenever you can. And Aram, the end of the year exam showed the amount of effort you made this school year. It was truly great. All these achievements are only possible because you have persisted through difficulties. Second, on the matter of let it go. On the other hand, if we think about it, life can be flowers and sunshine. I mean, just look at the recent weather. The sun actually does exist in the Netherlands. So put aside all the difficulties and worries, stop and smell the flowers, enjoy what life is giving to you. Diego, moving continents and leaving behind your friends during the last year in high school cannot be easy on you, right? And yet I hear only positive experience from you. You will always be the one to see the positive side no matter what the situation is. And Amira, you will be the one to point out the importance of taking naps, or taking a short break amidst a super busy school year. Miss Tammy is my witness. And Josh, perhaps taking on random challenge, especially for me, is not the best idea. But heck, you did it anyway. And because of that, everybody gets to enjoy super delicious cake, right? And Gia, Mr. Gooding is always talking about how you're such a good motivational speaker during sports. And honestly, you can only be motivational if you're positive yourself. And Levi, you have a different school contract, which means you're not always in school. But every time I do see you, you're always smiling. I don't remember a time I don't see you smiling. And finally, but not least, I've never heard you complain about anything wrong. I know you're doing additional online schooling on top of IB, but you're handling it well. It just comes off easy to you. And you also enjoy a variety of other activities other than school. In conclusion, no matter how messy your lives are, you all can embrace it with a smile. And finally, one of the IB learner profile is balanced. Though the two characteristics I just talked about are on the opposite ends of each other, you do need both of them in life. You can't just be persistent all the time. It may give you a burnout. You also can't just let it go all the time either. You may not achieve anything in life. You need to grit your teeth and keep going at times. And you need to let it go sometimes and simply enjoy what life has given to you. No one can tell you how to balance those two things out. You will need to figure that out on your own. There's this YouTube video I watched years ago. It basically describes the various words Dutch people use to describe really bad weather, because bad weather is the constant theme in this country. Highly recommend the video. My favorite is definitely hondenberg. It's just my favorite words. There's others, you can choose your favorite. Anyways, that's not the point. The point is that at the end of the video, it showed a clip of two Dutchies sitting in the sun complaining. Here's the sanitized version of their complaint. Holy moly, the sun is definitely too hot. Now, did they move or look for shadows because the sun is too hot? Absolutely not. Why would they? You all know that the sun is a rarity thing. In other words, it doesn't matter how hot it is, you're going to enjoy it when there's sun. So I hope as you go forward with your life that you will take this little bit of Dutch attitude with you. And you can grit your teeth and enjoy what the life has given to you.
Thank you, Ms. Dean and Mr. Gooding. Look, I think it's time for a little bit more music, and I'd like to welcome back the classical band who are going to perform Take On Me Cry. A number of our students have asked to speak today, and so it's an honour to ask our first speaker to come forward, and that is guitar.
ladies and gentlemen. Let me start by saying, wow, what a journey it has been. Today, I stand before you, ready to bid farewell to this wonderful chapter of my life. But it wouldn't be complete without expressing my heartfelt appreciation to everyone who has made this experience truly great. To my incredible family and friends, I owe you an immense debt of gratitude. You've been my cheerleaders, my guides, and my constant source of laughter and support. When times got tough, you were always there to lift my spirits. Mom, thank you for your unwavering dedication and tireless efforts, which allowed me to prosper. Dad, your words of encouragement and unwavering belief in me have propelled me forward. And to my amazing sisters and friends, thank you for always being by my side, making me laugh and supporting me throughout my journey. Now, I would like to express my immense gratitude to the exceptional teachers who have guided us all along the way. Your lessons were great, not only because of the content, but also the wonderful teachers and classmates I had the honor of sharing these lessons with. It's bittersweet to say goodbye to each and every one of you. As I reflect on the years I spent in the school, I'm flooded with cherished memories. From unforgettable trips, like Week Without Walls to the prom night trip to Efteling, every moment has shaped who I am today. I've also had the great honor of being elected senior council, student council president, and it has been an absolute privilege to contribute to this vibrant school community. While it's hard to say goodbye, I'm comforted by the fact that I will carry all the memories and experiences I've gained here throughout the rest of my life. Thank you so much.
Lena.
Okay. Whoever said nothing is impossible. Oh, my voice is kind of gone. It's okay. I was at a concert yesterday. Whoever said nothing is impossible clearly didn't do IB. But thankfully, I had the best people by my side to get me through it. I would like to thank my teachers who supported me through the 2 years I've been here for. I'm also grateful for the support and unconditional love my family gave me. During my lowest moments, they made sure to be the ones to lift me up, even when I didn't believe in myself. They did. Words can't express the appreciation I have for the support system they have provided me with and how patient and understanding they have been with me over the years. Specifically, my mom, who has been there for me like no other, to my best friend, the one I share all my thoughts with, and the person I could talk to for hours and it would still feel like minutes. Thank you for being such an amazing role model. I aspire to be half the woman you are one day. Thank you to my dad for all the sacrifices you have made to help me reach my successes, always believing in me and making long car rides on the highway so memorable by playing music in the car with the windows down. And to my two brothers, Adam and Ali, who have taught me more than they know and have never failed to make my days better. You guys make me want to constantly improve myself. The memories I have made in the past 2 years with the people here are forever unforgettable. As I've endured my bad days here, I've also endured the good days, and it feels surreal that today will be my last. I would like to appreciate the two girls who got me through the bad days, Daphne and Ozia. You have always been there for me when I needed it. Ozia, you and I have undergone almost every experience in this school together, and from the first day. Looking back, I would have never thought the blonde girl at the newer student orientation would end up being one of the most important people in my life. Daphne, although our friendship only began a year ago, the memories we have shared could last me a lifetime. You are one of the most trustworthy people I've ever met, and I couldn't imagine my life without you. Thank you for always matching my energy. Special shout out to the Zombie Club. I am forever grateful for my friendship with these two truly amazing girls. Seeing all of us grow through these 2 years together is an experience I wouldn't have wanted to go through with anyone else by my side. Today not only embarks the journey of the last 2 years, but the last 13 years. Whether together or not, we have all done it. May the future be brighter than we could all ever imagine. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna go home and catch up 2 years worth of sleep.
gathered together to celebrate the milestone in our lives. The day we bid farewell to the halls that become our second home and embark on a new chapter in our journey. It is an honor and privilege to address you as all we reflect on our time here and the memories we have created. We have laughed together, studied together, and supported each other through the highs and lows of our high school experience. We have witnessed each other's growth, both academically and personally, and formed friendships that we will endure long after we leave these walls. We owe a great debt of gratitude to our teachers, mentors, and parents who have guided us on this journey. Even though our class consists of only 13 students, we have made the best memories together, and personally, I wouldn't want to do it with anyone else. I would also personally like to thank my family, most importantly, for supporting me and helping me get to this moment. My brothers, Sharif and Cedar, the two people I grew up with, have always been my role models. I hope you look at me now and that your little brother has made you proud. My amazing, beautiful mother, I don't get to say this too often, but without you, I wouldn't be where I am today. Thank you for all your sacrifices. Next, I would like to thank my grandparents. Even through his sickness, my grandfather has come up here to watch his favorite grandchild graduate. My grandmother, who I know right now, is probably crying, waiting for her turn, has always had my soft spot and all my respect. Thank you.
Diego.
Hello. Hopefully you guys can see me over this podium. No more jokes. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, faculty, parents, and fellow graduates, today, that is not my speech. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a round of applause to all the teachers and staff who've been with us. They've been our heroes, offering a lending hand, a lending ear, and sometimes even a lending voice, especially during exams. I want to take a heartfelt moment to express my deepest gratitudes to my aunt and uncle and my little cousin Sophia. They gave me the opportunity to be here today, to study abroad and live a life beyond my wildest dreams. Thank you for being the family I need on this side of the world. I also want to thank my parents through this live stream or video, since they're in the US. Hi, Mom and Dad. I forgot to tell you, I was writing a speech. Also, thank you for raising me and supporting me and helping me become the person I am today. Thank you. When I first arrived here, my classmates felt like a bunch of strangers. But now, as we stand here or sit, I see them nothing less than family. So before I leave, I have one last message. Good morning, and in case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Thank you, y'all.
Hello, everyone. Today we gathered to celebrate a significant milestone in all of our lives, our graduation. It is a moment of immense joy mixed with a touch of nostalgia and a hint of uncertainty. For me, this journey has been rocky, but now I can finally say that my classmates and I have done it. We have graduated. And I'm going to thank a couple of people today who have changed my life for the better and helped me through this journey. Gia and Ruben are two of my old friends that I used to know. We grew up together, kind of. We were together in grade 3, and it is really cool seeing each other, all of us stand on the podium today, graduating. It really means a lot to share the podium, not only with Ruben and Gia, but with every single one of these graduates here. I would also like to thank my best friend, who sadly could not make it today, Jonah. But all I want to say is thank you for being my best friend. And we've had amazing years together through easy and tough times, and there's not one friend in the world that I would want the most. And lastly, I want to give my brothers, Martin and Arsen, a very special thank you for being my brothers and being there, supporting me through my hard times, but also through the easy times. And I would also love to thank both of my parents, who are sitting there recording me right now. I love you all very much. Thank you for supporting me in any type of way and pushing me to my limits and my best. And I wouldn't want any other parents in the world. So thank you all.
Hello, everyone. I would like to take this opportunity to say a few thank yous. My fellow graduates, I want to thank you for never making me feel so loud. And I truly share some amazing memories with all of you, and I genuinely wish for all of you health and best luck in the future. I also want to thank the teachers that supported me and believed in me. And I want to thank my two classmates, Ozzy and Nina, especially. Ozzy, I'm very happy we got close because you've been an incredible friend. You have a heart of gold, always willing to lend a helping hand, and your kindness knows no bounds. From the countless times you've been there for me during both highs and lows, to the way you ethically spread positivity and warmth. And there's Nina, from the moment we met, it was as per destined to be friends, or like a second me, always understanding my thoughts even before I say them out loud. I love how we can get so weird together in the midst of the toughest challenges and the most stressful days. You never find a way to make it laugh. Okay. And of course, I can't forget Elsie, who was in school last year. You made my year so fun and memorable. You're such an enthusiastic personality who always brings a smile to everyone's face. I'm very grateful for you, and I can't wait for you. Dankjewel aan mijn lieve oma. Ik wil je bedanken voor de woorden die je gesproken in mijn leven. Je hebt me gevormd tot de persoon die ik vandaag ben. En ik zal altijd trots zijn op de waarden die je me hebt bijgebracht. Hoewel mijn opa's en de muziekbellen zijn, voel ik nog steeds een aanwezigheid. En de liefdevolle herinneringen die we samen hebben gemaakt. Ze hebben me zoveel geleerd en ze hebben me kracht gegeven tot hetzelfde. To my brother Dennis, he's not just my sibling, but also a true friend. Thank you for all the beautiful memories we have, all of unforgettable thoughts. You have a beautiful heart, and thank you for always helping me with homework and being such a role model for me. I love you, and I'll always be very sad. And my other sibling Laura, thank you for being my best friend and living life with me. I know you'll be leaving next year to Kenya to start a new adventure, but we have laughed, cried, and shared countless experiences that have shaped us to who we are today. No matter where life takes us, the connection we have will remain unbreakable. I want to send a heartfelt thank you to my dad. Thank you for all the companionship, laughter, and endless adventures we had. Thank you for all the support. Thank you for providing me all the memories that have hold dear to my heart. And it truly does not go unnoticed. For my stepdad, Young, you've seen me embrace struggle all my life, providing me love, support, and guidance. Thank you for peace. Thank you for stepping into this role with open arms, for treating me as your own, and for always being there when I needed you. But most of all, I want to thank my beautiful mom. Since the day I was born, you've been my guidance, my support, and my biggest role model. You've always filled our house with books, music, culture, but most of all, with unconditional love. You instilled in me the belief that no dream is too big and that I can accomplish anything with determination and hard work. You've never failed to make me believe I could not do whatever I want to do and be whoever I want to be. For laughter, tears, and everything in between, you were there, reminding me of the capabilities and pushing me to reach for the stars. You believe in me, you never wavered, even when my own confidence faltered. You showed me the importance of kindness, empathy, and perseverance. You always teach me that self-service is valuable, but the mind and soul is important and willing to grow and be the best it can be. You've encouraged me to embrace my passions, take risks, and learn from failures. You've always taught me that as long as I work hard, and failure still exists, it's a commitment that matters not the results. I love you, Mom. And I also want to thank Lee and Robert for coming here and being always here, and I really appreciate you guys. Thank you.
And our final student to speak today is Azia.
Mom, please don't cry. Ladies and gentlemen, superintendent, esteemed faculty members, chairs, classmates, and honored guests. Today marks a significant milestone in our lives as we gather here today to celebrate our graduation. As we stand at the threshold of our future, I'm overwhelmed with gratitude for the journey we have shared together. Our time in the school has been marked by growth, challenges, and triumphs, but none of it would have been possible without the unwavering support and encouragement of the extraordinary individuals who have shaped our lives. First and foremost, I want to express my heartfelt appreciation to the incredible teachers who have guided us throughout this journey. Your knowledge, dedication, and unwavering support have shaped us into the individuals we are today. You believed in us even when we doubted ourselves, and you challenged us to reach for greatness. You have taught us so much more than just facts and figures. You have instilled in us the power to dream, to believe in ourselves, and to persevere even in the face of adversity. I also want to take a moment to appreciate a member of the staff, Miss Olivia. Every day I walk into this building, I'm faced by your warmth and smile. Thank you for always being there for me when I needed you. To all our teachers, through your guidance, you have armed us with the tools to conquer the unknown and embrace the challenges that lie ahead. Your commitment to our education has forever imprinted on our hearts, and for that, we are eternally grateful. To my dear classmates, we have shared laughter, tears, successes, and failures during these formative years. Each of you has contributed to the tapestry of my experiences, creating memories that I will forever hold in my heart, good and bad. Despite the many ups and downs, we have formed an unbreakable bond, a bond we will keep forever, or at least until we start blocking each other on Instagram again. To be completely honest with you, I've never met a group of people with such a love-hate relationship, but I'm grateful for the friendships we have forged and the lessons we have learned together. We have endured too many study sessions that ended up feeling more like episodes of a reality TV show than solid Ivy study. We spent countless hours in Ivy Lab playing hide and seek, charades, learning how to play poker, or even sleeping. The moments spent outside of school, bowling, nieces, listening to Arm's famous speeches, or even our little meet and greets, as Diego likes to call them, have been some of my most memorable experiences. And as thankful as I am for all of these memories, nothing will be the one thing that got me through Ivy. Cheers, chocolate chip cookies. But on a serious note, thank you for being the people who have filled my life with laughter. But the memories we created together will make me smile for a lifetime. You're one of the people who have made the long hours bearable, turned stress into hilarious anecdotes, and reminded me that, to quote High School Musical, we're all in this together. I want to say love to one of my classmates that have truly made these past 2 years memorable. Lena. From the moment I've met you, you have shown me your constant support. Even though you spent most of last year feeding into my delusions, I'm happy you found the strength to finally tell me what I'm wrong. You have taught me how to stand up for myself and not settle for anything less than what I deserve. You have truly shown me what it means to be a best friend, and I cannot wait to see what the future has in store for us. And Daphne, thank you for filling my life with laughter. I will forever be grateful for the bond we have created over our shared experiences, good and bad. Thank you for always being someone I can lean on and go to when I need the most honest advice. Both of you have cheered me on during my successes, wiping away my tears during moments of defeat. I cannot wait for our next adventure together, and I'll be counting down the days till we see each other again. Also, I want to quickly say thank you to my long-lost sister, Francesca. You stood by my side since I was 6 years old, and I will always consider you part of my family. Thank you for making these past 16 years of my life the most memorable experiences ever. Quick shout out to the Zombie Club, love you guys. And I can't wait to see us in Vegas when we're 21, but please don't gamble. As we embark on our separate paths, I have no doubt that each of you will go on to achieve remarkable things. So for the future, break a leg, or as we like to say, pull a Reuben. Next, I want to extend my deepest gratitude to my parents, who have been my pillars of strength throughout my life. Your unwavering love, sacrifices, and belief in me have been the driving forces behind my success. Your unconditional support has instilled in me the confidence to pursue my dreams fearlessly. Mama, since forever you have been there for me, picking me up when I fell down. You have been a constant inspiration, and you've shown me what it means to be a woman. You're genuinely one of the strongest people I know. And Papa, thank you for always making me laugh. Your love to our family has set the expectation for what I deserve to the future. E per tutti quelli che mi stanno guardando dall'Italia, nonni, zii, cugini compresi, grazie per il vostro supporto in questi anni che voglio un mondo di bene. Mom, Dad, I stand before you, a testament of your unwavering dedication and the values you have instilled in me. Thank you for being my guiding lights. Lastly, but certainly not least, I want to acknowledge and thank my number one supporter, Ms. Hale, my little brother. You have been more than a sibling to me. You have been my mentor, my role model, and my biggest source of inspiration. Even from so many miles away, you have stepped up and shown me your unconditional support. You saw my potential even when I doubted myself, and you never hesitated to remind me of it. Your belief in me and your unwavering faith have been the driving force behind my accomplishments. You inspire me to be brave, to step out of my comfort zone, and to embrace every opportunity that came my way. In your quiet presence, I found solace and strength. Your words of encouragement echoed in my heart, reminding me that I was capable of achieving greatness. Your unconditional love provided the fuel that kept me going, even when the path seemed uncertain. You celebrated my victories as if they were your own, and you picked me up when I stumbled, teaching me the importance of resilience and never giving up. You have been more than a brother. You have been my rock, my guide, and my humble supporter. In closing, I want to congratulate each and every one of us on this momentous achievement. As we embark on the next chapter of our lives and step into the unknown, let us carry with us the lessons we have learned, the memories we have made, and the gratitude we feel. Let us embrace the challenges that lie ahead with confidence and resilience. Today we celebrate not just our personal achievements, but the collective effort and love that has brought us to this very moment. Congratulations, class of 2023, we did it.
Thank you, everybody. It's a really special part of the International School of Rotterdam, where we allow all of our students the opportunity to speak if they'd like to, and it's not easy. So I congratulate you once again. Really, really well spoken. But we're going to have a little bit more music. We've got the senior slideshow, and then we're going to graduate these guys. So we're getting close, but I'm going to invite Manziok up to the stage, and one of our Year 12 students, and he's going to perform a couple of guitar solos for us. The first is Count on Me by Bruno Mars, and then There's Nothing Holding Me Back by Shawn Mendes. Thank you, Angela. It was really incredible. Well done. I'm going to ask Mr. Gooding to come back up to the stage not to talk. To help us with the student slideshow, which is about to happen. Just going to bring the flames up a little bit.
Another turning point, one stuck in the road. Don't let you bother us, direct you where to go. So make the best of it, stand on its fine. It's not a question, but a lesson learned in time. It's something unpredictable, in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life. So take the photographs and still frames in your mind. Hang it on a shelf and you have a good time. Tattoos and memories and days still on trial. For what it's worth, it was worth all the while. There's something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope you have the time of your life.
Okay, graduates, it is now time to announce you as graduated. So I'd really like to invite Ms. Lip, our director, back up to the stage, and also our IB coordinator, Mr. Jones. Could you please come forward and award the diplomas?
It's been a wonderful year getting to know this class. There's been some challenging times, but it's been rewarding. And hearing the speeches today, it's been kind of hard to hold back the tears. So let's get on with it. So the first up, I would like to invite Asia Zanoni. Second up, Aram Serov. Levi Skyon. Gia Laconiata. Ruben Dujraj Scatolani. Daphne Pott. Joshua Donlan. Saul Ham. Michael Van Hook. Amira Van Horn. Kota Reta. Lina Mohammed. Diego Tapia.
Okay, well, here we go. Graduates, please rise. Take your tassels, move them from the right to the left. I now pronounce you graduated. Thank you, everybody, for coming. Please join us now for the reception in the cafeteria. Good evening.